Welcome to another training by Repsense. I'm glad you're joining us today. Thank you for being here. My name is Domas and I'm thrilled to have an opportunity to speak about the topic that is crucial in today's digital landscape: proactive online reputation management. While we're just getting started, please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me correctly and the sound is on. You can use the chat button for that and we can continue. As PR professionals, I'm sure you're well aware of the impact that brand's reputation can have on its success. However, in our rapidly evolving digital world, it's not longer enough to simply react on reputation issues, when they arise. Today, proactive reputation management has become a necessity for any organization or individuals seeking to thrive and maintain that positive online image. During these presentations, we will explore the strategies and techniques that will empower you to take control of your online reputation. We're going to look into the power of monitoring and listening, crafting a positive digital brand image, building strong relationships with your online audience, and the importance of measuring and continuous improvement. To make this engaging, we will uncover some practical tips and real examples, while I'm going to share some proven best practices that will help you navigate the complex landscape of online reputation management, hopefully with confidence and finesse. I encourage you to take notes, participate in the discussion, ask questions along the way. For those who are new to our webinars, I would like to remind you that every Wednesday we are hosting a training session. One week is for those who are just starting with online reputation management, and maybe the other one is for those who have recently joined Repsense. While we try to once in a while delve into those deeper topics, subjects that are dedicated to professionals looking to advance in online reputation management, and I guess this is one of the days. Our webinars being streamed live on Repsense YouTube channel. So I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to our channel and stay updated with the future events, or revisit this video in case you missed any part of it. Additionally, this video will be available on our event page at www.repsense.io after the session, if you want to come back to it and share with your peers. Also, feel free to use the chat box to ask questions, say hi, leave a comment during the presentations. I really like to see how you react to the information that's being shared with you, and I'm going to be happy to address those questions after the training. We're going to have a short 5-10 minute sessions with Q&A. Depending on the number of the questions we receive and the discussion this ensures, this event should take about an hour. So we're going to try to keep it focused within 60 minutes. So together, let's embark on this journey to become proactive online reputation managers and ensure that our brands and clients thrive in that digital realm. So without further ado, I would like to dive into this world of online reputation management and try to share some of the strategies with you that will help you evaluate your online reputation right now, set your ambitions to succeed in today's interconnected world. Are you ready? Let's begin. But before we begin, I want to encourage you to go to our website and read our blog at repsense.io. A team of professionals, working here have been publishing a lot of interesting content. And if you want to deepen your knowledge of online reputation management technologies, techniques, and tactics, go on the website. This is a very good information source. And then we have a learning center with all the videos that have been previously aired with our trainings, and like this training is going to be staying at the learning center as well. Also, while you're at the website, book a demo with our sales team. Let them show you how this works, how the app works, and maybe they will set up an account for you to see your online reputation at the moment. Also, if you're an agency, join our agency program, a reseller program for Repsense. We have a bunch of new clients coming in. We're looking for SEO professionals, PR professionals to work with our platform. So I guess it's a good tool that brings more business to the agencies that it actually brings to us, but we're willing to share. Okay, so I guess all the sales pep talk is over. Now let's go and dive into the slides and book a demo when you go to our website. Okay, so as a famous quote from Warren Buffett says, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and only 5 minutes to ruin it. If let's see with this counter, if I can ruin it in 5. But Mr. Buffett offered this pearl of wisdom almost a decade ago. And since then, a digital revolution has well and truly taken over. So even though this quote still rings true today, I think it needs a little bit of dating. Thanks to the digital world, everything is much, much faster. You can now build a reputation much faster, but you can also ruin it more quickly. So forget 5 minutes. I think let's try 0.5 seconds, or however quickly you can click a mouse. Because usually it takes much, much faster now to lose that focus and also to get your reputation ruined. And cancel culture is rife. And it's not just celebrities who needs to be careful. Business leaders and brands are also under fire. An erratic tweet or damning online review can have a huge repercussions on corporate reputation and ultimately on a company's bottom line. So it's time to get more proactive about your online reputation, because reputation is something that needs to be built continuously and maintained continuously as well. It's not just about making sure that information about you or your company and sales messages are relevant, but also about curating that digital presence that you need to be proud of and that resonates with your target audience. Think about an online reputation of your business that's an ecosystem, which is only as strong as its weakest link. And you have to know your threats. The digital dark arts are real. And no, it's not only about troll farms and dark web. It's much more likely that the next threat on your reputation is going to come from a hostile journalist or a targeted phishing attack. You need to be aware of the threats that are out there and have your contingency plan in place to mitigate those risks when they occur. Do you have an effective crisis communication plan? Do you have a cybersecurity response to a breach? What do you do in case there is a data leak? I guess these are the questions that you should be asking yourself today, as a business leader and as a marketer looking to solve the problem of online reputation crisis that might occur in the future. And the people at the top of the company that are closely linked to the company's reputation are the first ones to look out for. If their character comes under question, so does the company they are tied to. There is also an opportunity here. The leadership can become brand advocate and contribute to the marketing effort with tailored and developed online profiles. It goes without saying that the reputation of the brand itself online is critical. Your brand needs to be put in the best light, and also online communication needs to be controlled and cleared for reputation risks. Your partners, who you work with, has a very direct reflection to your business. And influencer marketing is very popular today. But do you really know that how reputable your partners are that you work with? Once you sign a contract with an influencer who is a direct representative of your business, therefore their reputation becomes just important as yours. It can be hard to know where to start with so many different components to consider. But what should be clear is that managing your online reputation is something that needs to be proactively approached. You need to actively curate the favorable online presence, the one that stands out to scrutiny, that is defensible in the case of a reputation crisis. And let me show you where to make a start. Knowledge is power. And having an entire picture of your business or leadership is viewed online is where you need to start. To build and protect your reputation, you need to have a visibility of all open source information regarding your business available. This will allow you to effectively map your online presence and identify both the opportunities and the threats. Find any negative product or employer review, seek out all the negative news articles or any unfavorable Reddit threads. Know the reputational issues that are out there that you need to start with if you want to mitigate the risks. And analyzing your current situation is usually the best way to start, setting your online reputation ambitions. Reviews matter, but let's get very, very specific. Only the visible ones that truly matter. In this digital age, reviews come in various forms, and each one can shape your online brand's presence and how it's perceived. We are talking about star-rated reviews, product comparison reviews, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, blog posts featuring your product, or even a video reel with your product being mentioned in it. They all contribute to the great tapestry of your online reputation. But it doesn't stop here. We have review sites like SiteJabber, Yelp, Trustpilot, Discuss, Reddit, I could continue. And places where people openly discuss on all sorts of topics, including your brand. These platforms serve as mind mapping data banks, molding your online presence and reputation based on what other people are saying about you, making this a trustworthy information source for other potential buyers. And let's not forget about the affiliate sites as well. They consistently churn out review type content. And I'm not sure if you know, but this is where it gets very interesting. Some of these reviews are paid, while others can be earned freely. You know why? Because search engines often favor websites that compare at least 3 products within the same category instead of just reviewing one. So it's a clever tactic to boost their online Google ranking. And even though you were not involved in that review or paid for that review on the affiliate site, you might still be mentioned because the other 2 have paid for it and they just need a third one to compare with. And when the 2 are paying and you're the one who's organically there just because you're a market leader, most likely the paid ones will get more favorable reviews, or at least you're going to be presented as the most expensive option or too expensive option. So now let's talk about a contingency plan. How do you manage these reviews? Do you respond to them, or do you encourage reviews with some incentive? I guess these are the critical questions that demands thoughtful consideration and will be very closely related to your area of business and how you work. Because responding to reviews shows your commitment to customer satisfaction and also builds trust. Incentivizing reviews, whether through discounts, loyalty programs, or exclusive perks, can help stimulate engagement and generate more positive feedback. Because quite often it's likely to get a negative review, or more likely to get a negative review than the positive one. Remember, online reviews can have the power to make and break your online reputation. They are the voice of the customer and your potential customer. Your contingency plan should include actively monitoring and responding to the reviews across all the platforms, nurturing the culture of transparency and customer centricity in the organization as well. So I challenge you to develop a robust contingency plan to make those review management projects effective. Embrace the feedback, respond fruitfully, create incentives that encourage authentic engagement, and by doing so, you will harness the power of reviews and strengthen your online reputation. And don't be afraid to hear negative feedback. That's your moment to respond and to listen. I want to, while we're exploring this incredible influence of reviews on companies, I want to dig particularly in one very specific sector. It's the companies whose apps are being downloaded from Apple Store and Google Play. Trust me, this is where the rubber meets the road. And, this can truly be a good example for your brand success. I want to share some personal experience. If a negative review appears in the top 5 of Google search results, this can have a staggering 50% negative impact on your conversion rates. So before you change that, half of your sales might be lost. Just because when people Google for you, they will find a negative review there or an article that says, this is a scam. It's very simple. If your app sucks, you won't get downloads, on the app. Only, you have to aim for 4.2 as an average score to get downloads on your on those Google Play and Apple stores. So this is where the companies go to great lengths to secure that positive reviews. And here's a very intriguing tactic. Create a complaint area on your website. Give your customer a direct channel to express their grievances instead of airing them publicly. Not only does this show you, that you care about their opinion, but also allows you to collect invaluable user experience data for improvement. It's a win-win because only the people who have positively rated your app on your own system will get invited to rate your app on Google Play or Apple Store. And this is how you're finding those happy moments of your customers and then asking them for a review. You're looking for those who will favorably respond to your online presence and help you boost that as well. And that's called invitation only approach. Because that's the only people who get that invitation to leave a review, and then by doing so you minimize the risk of a negative review outbreaks in the social media, and before it outbreaks and it's hard to control, you want to be there and actually boost that online presence with that positivity. Positivity that will positively impact on any negative review that might come later. But let's make one thing clear. Fake reviews are a big no-no. Platforms like Apple Store and Google Play, or even Trustpilot, will take very swift action if they catch a wind of such practices. You risk removal from the platform or having all your positive reviews deleted, and regardless of how they were generated. But do not fear. Affiliates can be your secret weapon for the gathering more reviews. Identify those magic moments when your customers are beaming with satisfaction, and then ask them to strike. Ask for the review when they are the happiest, and watch that positive feedback pour into your review platforms. However, it doesn't stop here. Promptly responding to all reviews, both negative and positive, is crucial. Your aim should be sincere improvement and customer satisfaction. And addressing those concerns, showing empathy and striving to meet expectations will go a long way in building that trust and loyalty. Now, I want you to live with this mindset. Reviews are not just words on the screen. They hold the power to shape your brand's destiny. Embrace them, learn from them, and use them to propel your business forward. A bad reputation arises because you haven't listened, or you haven't understood, have disregarded, or ignorant to whatever stakeholders are saying. So rather than submitting to the controlling, defensive, and suppressive mindset that online reputation management encourages, invite the process of listening, engaging with, and acting upon that your stakeholders are saying, and your reputation will manage itself. Next, I want to talk about some numbers. So we're diving into this fascinating world of the online reputation index and showing how I want to show how it's calculated. And trust me, this is something that you might want to take notes. And reputation index is not just a number. It's a magical sentiment value that captures the essence of your brand across all the platforms where your brand is mentioned. And guess what? It's not all about positive sentiment. We're about to explore the additional crucial signals that will shape your reputation and have a lasting image. Picture this. Your brand is front and center on the first page of Google search results when someone searches for your company. Can you feel the power of that? Securing a prime spot in search engine result pages is an absolute must to boost your brand's visibility and authority. So you want to be number one for that particular keyword that is your brand's name. Having your brand ranking high with a search result is important, not only with your website. What happens when your brand is also mentioned in the trusted news sources? We are talking about two very important components here: media rank and sentiment, or the source strength. Imagine your brand being featured in the national news, spreading its information far and wide. That's the kind of reputation gold you might want to aim for. A source with high media ranking and a big audience. In this slide, I'm showing a demo of a finance company and how their brand is mentioned in the news category. So we can see the sources, we can see a type of content. Some of that will be blocked because it's a paid resource on Telegraph, and the data is for Revolut. National news will bring more credibility than a local blog. So good relations with journalists and ability to provide unique content to a single source of information plays a key role here. In this slide, I'm showing the main goal of monitoring the brand mention is to be able to identify what is brewing in the media with high authority and potential for the content to be seen by thousands of viewers. When we talk about the sentiment, positive or negative reviews or ratings can shift the perception of the brand. There might be issues that you want to address promptly and prevent them from escalating, prevent them from getting to the top of the Google search result pages. Because the higher they are, the more negative they are, the more clicks they will generate. And the more clicks they will generate, the more favorability search engine will give to them to show higher on the Google search results. So you want to make sure that your positive content is in the top 10 of the Google search results, and then by this, pushing all that negative information down. Next, I want to talk about your reputation resilience, because this is where it gets interesting. There are additional factors that come into play when calculating RSI, or reputation index. We are taking things up a notch a little bit by emphasizing the information quality, the information distribution, and the diversity of the sources. Your brand needs to be mentioned across various channels, showcasing its breadth and reach. From social media to blog posts to and anywhere beyond. This will allow you to achieve maximum visibility. The idea is to have different sources of information talking about you. Nothing is older than yesterday news, and you need to be delivering new media appearances constantly. So let's not forget about this hero content. Oh yes, information quality matters, and you need to have that quality content across multiple channels. You have to use some of that secret sauce to create that outstanding content that grabs attention, engages with the audience, and leaves that lasting impression. So a press release that is reprinted by various sources is not going to help. You need to have an exclusive content for every channel. a collaboration with a national news outlet suggesting your expert opinion on a topic related to your business will go a long way, especially if that opinion is offered by a CEO or someone else in the management team. This will boost both your CEO and your public profiles as well. You might want to set a KPI to have at least one hero content in your SERP for 70% of the time. And that could be your first online reputation ambition, and you do not release another unit of content until it is, you still have that content ranking high in the search engine result page. Hero content will boost the score of the online links for all of your SERPs. Also, you can have in mind that the brand review ranked at number 2 position is always less impactful than the story with a negative sentiment. It's a part of your DNA to look out for the threats, so negative sentiment links are clicked much more often. So when we talk about the importance of localization, if you are operating in a multiple markets, tailoring your content to specific region and languages is a game changer. And this is not only about automated translations for your website. It's all about connecting with your audience on a deeper level and showing what truly understand and they need to be preferences. It might involve building a bunch of websites covering the same topic, or taking the valuable real estate in the positions of the search engine result pages, so there's as many websites as possible mentioning your brand and talking about that. Remember, your online reputation is your most valuable asset, so let's make this shine brighter than ever before. Discovery View is one of the views in the Repsense app, and Discovery View represents the information users find when they are searching for one of the high volume industry keywords. In this case, I'm using a Discovery View for JP Morgan when it's searched for the keyword investment bank in the US. And to rank high on search results for a particular keyword, you have to employ traditional SEO tactics. In this case, JP Morgan is not even ranking number 1; it's in number 5. But Investopedia will be ranking high, Wikipedia will be ranking high, and then there's a Citigroup page that will rank high with investment banking. So some SEO could really help here to boost that position for JP Morgan. But when you're planning a public relations campaign, what do you need to measure success of that campaign? That's clear and defined objectives, comprehensive and quantifiable campaign KPIs, campaign efficiency monitoring, and ability to make adjustments along the way. And this is a very good scheme that kind of shows how your campaigns should run as a project. You have to define that campaign ambition. So what ambition you want to set, align with the stakeholders within your team, and also how that shares along the profile, and measure the baseline of your online reputation score at the moment. Also, you have to define those campaign KPIs and create the initiative lists, what you're going to do to boost that online presence and how you're going to get to that online reputation. And also define a scope. What's the area that you want to target? Which country you think that's going to be important? And then it goes to the campaign action plan. We move from this technical qualification where you have the ambition, and technical qualification will set you, what needs to happen to get that ambition achieved. Then you go into the action plan where you plan your content and your narrative, you set your priorities, and you execute your plan according to the budget. So having a plan and KPIs to measure success is important, but to execute a project like this, you need a team and to split the tasks and responsibilities. In this case, I want to show you an example of a project involving a client, Repsense, and a third party. It might be a public relations agency or SEO or an internal team. So when we start in the beginning, we say, okay, so We start with defining the campaign ambition. So what's going to be your campaign ambition? Maybe my hero content should be ranking high in the search results, or something like a positive news outlet or news mentioning. Maybe I want to clear my search engine result page from the negative information. Maybe I want to rank higher for a particular category keyword with my own page. So usually you are the campaign owner, and you are the one who is responsible on setting that ambition, and you're also accountable for that. But Repsense will be a very good consultant to set those baselines, to understand the information, and to help you understand what's your realistic approach, which ambitions you can set. Then most likely you will be the one who's going to consult Repsense in the aligning that reputation with the stakeholders. Also, Repsense will be able to measure the baseline scores for all of these profiles and to show you where you're currently at. And also, we will help you define campaign KPIs to add some of that measurements statistics to the process. Then it goes to the list of initiatives, and most likely here you want to consult with the public relations agency or internal PR team or the SEO agency to create those initiatives list, define the scope, suggest the content and the narrative, or at least agree with you on the content and the narrative, to set priorities, because most likely priorities will be set based on the budget of expenses, and also to plan and execute the whole process. So, depending on an ambition, it might take a different period of time. But usually this is how it looks, where we try to help public relation teams and SEO teams to achieve that online reputation ambition that the client has defined. Okay, let's move along. And I guess I want to show a little bit of real examples here. So I'm using a case study from online reputation company of a company, Binance. I think if I'm not mistaken, this week they actually decided to fold. There was a big impact on them from the industry, being the leader of the industry. So I'm using a bit of the data that's currently old for today because of the news 2 days ago. But it's going to be a very good example. So let's say company Binance is working in the regions of Germany, Spain, France, Italy, and Netherlands. They're competing with 3 other brands like Coinbase, Kraken, and OKX. And when we look at the data of Repsense app, we notice that Binance has the lowest reputation index in Germany, ranked at 26%. So, it's a very specific German-speaking market. The reputation was quite low. Then we were looking at the other companies, and all of the Coinbase, Kraken, and OKX had around 40, so maybe 10% better reputation index. Now, for the PR campaign, we had an ambition that they wanted to set, and that ambition was that Binance wanted to be perceived as a company with the best work and leisure lifestyle balance reputation in the company. So it's a part of their employer branding. This is how they attract new talent, and this work and leisure lifestyle balance was their reputation ambition. So when we look at the actual industry overview in Germany, we can see here that Binance had a rather low score, and then this 6% here kind of shows that their CEO profile was one of the lowest scored profiles in the system. And when we look specifically into the Binance CEO, Changpeng Zhao, so this is where he got all that negative review from BTC Echo, from Manager Magazine.ge, Directioner.de, cfc.gov, and so on. So all of that negative content about him, while the Wikipedia and LinkedIn were the sources, and also, of course, the Binance website were the sources with the positive sentiment. But if you look specifically for him, there's all that negativity around them. And when you look into the language here, you can see that it's always in German language, while the positive ranking content is in English language as well. There's some Wikipedia, content that's also in German as well. So what we lack here for the Germany is localization. We can see that they are ranking high with the English content, while the German content should be ranking higher in the German market. So, this is one of the online reputation action list where we say, okay, to boost our SEO profile, which is currently at the baseline of 6%, we want to have a KPI to boost it up to 50. So we're it's not negative, but as high as we can get. So how do we get there? First of all, we need to localize the German content on the Binance website about SEO. We need that. We need publications in German news outlets in German language about that. So let's say we're going to need 5 of those. And we need backlinks for these new publications to get them ranking high in the Google search result. So let's say we want to boost that backlink media with 10 backlinks a month. Also, we remember we had an employer branding reputation, and they had a very particular topic of the work and lifestyle balance. The current baseline is at 43. We decided we want to go for KPI at 55%. So how are we going to get there? First of all, we do on-site optimization for the page careers job opening. So usually that's the landing page for the new job positions. We want to do that content in German also. At least create one piece of content for the website. We want to buy some backlinks for that, for the opening website, and also do on-site optimization for their careers page, which was we lacked improvement, and also buy some backlinks for that careers page as well to make it visible, to make it ranking high in the Google search. So it's a part of content creation, website optimization, and SEO tactics project to get that kind of problem solved. So then we moved into the communication goals. So in the communication goals, first of all, we have to agree on the content and the narrative. So usually we come up with a content writing instructions, which will include brand messaging, some of the key messages, and some SEO guidance for whatever content is being created. Then all of that is being pushed to the public relation team to set the communication priorities and also to deal with the media outlets and the timing. So we come up with a story when that's needed, when we have the audience listening to us, and we also go into this execution plan where we agree on who's going to do the content, whether it's going to be an internal team or an agency, and the same with the SEO project. So for each campaign, we create content creation instruction, encompass the brand messaging, technical SEO guidance, and ensure cohesive, optimized content that effectively communicates the campaign's key messages and improve that search engine visibility. So in the campaign action plan, Repsense role is a data provider that enables PR and SEO content teams to make informed decisions and data-driven decisions. So you want to go for those quick wins and maybe aim for the big bets. We don't want you to get into the money page where you're going to invest a lot of, make a big investment in building the content, where the effective impact is going to be rather low, but effort is going to be very high. And maybe once you've done with the quick wins and big bets, you want to come back to that area where your low effort will make some incremental impacts on the results. So reputation index with a score of 59, is your one index that shows how well your brand is performing online. So learn about the competitors, analyze the SEO, look into what's happening about how people are talking about you, what people are saying about you, and our algorithm will be a very good helpful for you to try that, to see where your current state is. Be in charge of your online reputation, and thank you for spending this 45 minutes with us. I encourage you to book a demo with us on our website, and also I will try to answer some of the questions that you will have for us. So within the next 48 hours, leave a comment in our YouTube page, and we will be more than happy to assist you with whatever questions you have. Thank you very much for spending this time with us. Join Repsense, and let's see you on the client side. Thank you.